Welcome to the 10-hour ridiculous live stream. Celebration of 10 years of Lachy Doley being a thing. A weird little merch like table. This is the very first thing I released. It's a single. It's pretty awful. My mate has just walked in the door late. This is Kieran. This is Kieran Collings, everyone.
Like, one thing I do know is going to happen. I can hear that hum of the organ going nice and smooth here, and it's going to rip.
We're keeping it pretty cash today. Just trying to work all the gear. I might actually have a little bit of a play. I wanna hear all you are. Totally missed the high note there. I went. Let's try and do a little bit of a giveaway.
Did you have any other names for the record?
Decade was what I really liked. But Kieran's favourite one was double digits. It's always an achievement when you hit double figures in something. I really want to go to the US again. And hey, Lee from Norway. I was just talking about Norway before and that gig on the in the fjords. I'd have to say it was, you know, it was my brother, my older brother Clay, because.
What is your brother's name?
What, Siri?
Go ahead.
Siri's talking to me. Go away, Siri.
I'm not sure I understand.
Just the power of it was just absolutely insane. I'm going to say hello to my friend.
Hello, friend.
Who just arrived.
How are you?
Really good,
Hey,
yourself?
everybody, where's our camera?
The camera is this is Bek Jensen, everyone. Incredible singer.
How's it been going?
It's been going alright. He asked me again in, you know, at 8 o'clock tonight. We'll see. So anyway, this is the Hammond. I'm really proud of the performance we did of this song that night with the V3 vibrato instead of the C3. We're super high tech around here.
Drum roll.
Here we go. Jeffrey Morgan. Woo! Had the perfect sound all set up. Awesome. He's arrived.
Sorry I'm late.
The man. Everyone's late today. I like it. It sets the tone. It's cash, it's relaxed. Mr. Joel Burton. There he is. And he's gone again. Oh, and there's Bek. How are you, man?
Good.
Just did a giveaway. What'd you give away? All the CDs except for the first one.
I did suggest have a crack at the world record of playing the organ non-stop.
Oh, bleeding fingers.
No, it was a long time. It was a very, very. It was 48 hours or something.
Get one of those perpetual motion things from The Simpsons that just keeps like pressing a key.
Oh yeah. We're making it up as we go along. That's my motto, really,
That's
isn't it?
life right now.
It is. Blue Balls Festival, and
oh my god.
and yeah, I know. It's a great name. Delayed all the flights, we're getting delayed, and then we're trying to work out what's going on. And then about an hour later, we got told that a fuel pump was on fire. Let us know if you're not from Australia and you've ever had Vegemite.
I'm the kind of woman who gets a teaspoon sometimes and just goes, Vegemite. And then
Really?
just licks the
Oh,
Vegemite
it's
spoon.
too full on for that.
So everyone's always kind of listening, so sometimes like Lachy will take it somewhere totally different and we'll kind of go there and that'll kind of happen and we'll kind of all look around and just trying to hang on for dear life. But that's the fun, like the spontaneity and like the danger. Last year in Norway at Toronto was probably a gig that I don't think I'll ever forget. It's like everywhere you look was just a postcard.
Well, everyone says that, you know, like Belgian chocolate is the best, but this Norwegian chocolate
is next level.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a yellow. If anyone knows what it is, it's in Norway. Yellow wrapper.
Send us some,
Oh.
please.
America on a student exchange. One of the girls in my group was eating Vegemite with a spoon.
Was that you?
There you go. There's lots of C3s because of the churches, but yeah, he reckons that there's probably around 20 B3s in all of Australia. You probably have to put the C3 on top of the B3. Make a Hammond stack. I mean, Leslie stacks are one thing, right? That's always, you know, that's always been a thing. The B3 stacks, you have like a hydraulic lift. So just now we're talking. Ah, maybe we should play something.
Sure.
People
we become? How much longer will we? You can get that album on all platforms. You can buy it on iTunes, you can listen to it on Spotify, you can buy it on Bandcamp. Oh yeah, it's just so easy to just listen to that. Whereas vinyl, it's an experience. You get a bottle of wine or you get some hot, nice cheeses. Dark Side of the Moon, when I was about 15, and I used to have a record player next to my bed, and I would put it on, and it was the sound of the that would wake me up to get up and turn over. But I loved falling asleep to that album. Looking out on the morning rain, close to you, you make me feel so. Natural. Mighty.
Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
So much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, BekJensen.com. Wow, this is crazy. I've just slammed down some chips, so I'm going to be doing that a bit. The shot that was from is a festival called Mitchell Creek Festival in Queensland. When I put this clip up, actually the solo in particular, it's probably the first kind of like viral-ish kind of video that I had. You see it gets shared, all kind of took off, you know, I'm doing... Yeah, just sort of all that kind of percussive madness, screaming over the top. They would be interested enough to then listen to some of the songs, you know, and then hopefully get hooked by some of the actual tunes. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure.
Rock on.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Let's do another 10-hour stream next week.
Yeah.
I made a clip taking footage from like just gigs like from all around the world, all over the internet and stuff, and hard drives that I had. And it took me forever to watch a bit of it and remember the gig and stuff that happened, and yeah. So that was really cool. Like when Love Light came out, got to number 40 in the charts on the main Australian ones, and then the Jazz and Blues, it only got number 2 because of some damn Ryan Gosling jazz soundtrack.
La La Land.
That's what it was. But I made up for it on the next album. Make or Break got to number 1 in the Jazz and Blues, so I'm hoping Double Figures can do that as well.
Who are your biggest influences?
Booker T, Jerry Lee Lewis as well, which that probably doesn't surprise too many people. Really love that kind of attitude in playing.
Sammy K. Barton wants to know, have you had lunch yet?
I haven't, Sammy. Actually just tried to Uber Eats some burgers in, but I stuffed it up because it's set to my home address. And then I only had the time of that downtown, small town to try and get them to come. And I was like, oh no, it's order cancelled. So no lunch yet. We played Broadbeach Festival. 1 PM we did a set this is in the Gold Coast in Australia. We finished that. We raced straight to the airport, got on a plane to the Netherlands, and then drove to Heino to do a which is so tired.
2 sets.
Like, it was insane. So it wasn't just the time difference, flying for 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then getting off the plane, jumping in the van, going straight to the gig, sound checking, eating, and then getting on stage and doing 2 long sets.
Yeah, they were big sets.
And it's not like we played, it's not like we went half at it.
Yeah.
We absolutely still gave it our all. And
by the end of that gig, I think we all finished and kind of just went, wow.
we're staying like 100 meters down the road.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep in the van from when we left till when we got to the Ecom.
Yeah.
100 meters.
Well, it's having a great game, by the way. I couldn't miss until I rolled my ankle. So I called Lachy again. I was like, hey man, so we're going away again in 2 weeks, and I've just done this to my foot. I ended up going and doing the Canada thing, but it was my right ankle, and I couldn't put that much pressure on it to drive for 4.5 weeks, and Lachy had to drive everywhere.
Big ass drives.
Yeah, there was a couple of like 10-hour drives. And
The organ players out there. Welcome, fellas.
Buddy!
Oh, how are you?
I'm good.
Woo!
Hello, mate.
wearing the correct jersey.
We're just not in the neighbourhood, so we're driving now.
Awesome. And here's his son rocking the bass. Jeez.
Yeah.
Give us the riff.
What, you want me to give me
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think we need
There
to
we
lower,
go.
We need to lower the bass a little.
Feel good. Woo!
Adam played on SOS and Conviction, of
And
course.
Conviction, yeah, you know that one?
The question is, do you remember them?
Yeah. It's just like falling off a bike, right?
And now the drums are right, we can get funky.
Whoa.
What do you guys want to do? Should we do a little tune?
We should.
So you put me in a crowd. High class people. Got to sin, round conviction.
Can I tell the first story though, when Billy rang me?
Yeah, okay.
I was reading his book, right? You know, Sex, Thugs and Rock and Roll.
I've read that.
And I'm reading his book. It was a great read. And so then the phone rings. Good day, Adam, it's Billy. And I'm like, yeah, right, fuck off. And I hung up. And then Dario goes, Churchy, what's going on? Did Thorpe ring you? And I went, oops. Do you want to come and play with Clean News? Let me think about it. Okay.
I remember ringing you up like the day before rehearsal. Now, man, make sure you learn those tunes, all right? Just, you know, we gotta nail this shit.
And I'm like, I won't let you down, Lucky. I won't let you down, you know. Woo woo! A lot of love in this room.
There is.
A lot of sweat as well.
It's getting pretty funky in here.
It's getting...
When Adam was playing it, so that's when we did, yeah, basically we did Conviction, which is still one of my favourite albums. 4:24.
Correct.
Oh, almost
6 minutes.
Almost gonna hit the halfway mark. Mark's got a new XK3C arriving tomorrow. Congratulations, man. That's great. That's one of the new digital Hammonds. That's the one I used to, well, on those clips that I played earlier from the early gigs. Oh, here we go.
Right.
If you can read my handwriting.
Alright.
We've got a winner. We've got a winner.
What's it gonna
The
be?
winner is
What's it going?
Christy Frame.
Christy Frame, yeah. That's great.
you beauty. Congratulations, Christy.
Christy, awesome. I'm so glad it went to you. That is awesome news.
So Christy goes over there.
Yay! Thanks everyone for grabbing a pre-order. That is unreal. I had no idea how this crazy thing was going to go, but it seems to be going really well, and I'm having fun. And it's great. Just talking shit and playing away, giving away some stuff, hanging with the fellas.
Me, lunch boy. So yeah.
Kieran, hey, what do we say about this fella? In the last sort of 3 years, he's been kind of, I guess, we've almost been like business partners. He would come to gigs, and I remember when I did the fundraiser for Memphis. Yeah, he really got on board with that to get us over to Memphis for that competition. He really got an interest in Hammond organs. Like, he doesn't really play. Fell in love with the sound and started getting into it, and he's bought a couple of organs himself. Basically fund make or break, fund an album, you know. I remember he said it a few times, and I was kind of like, what do you mean? That's crazy, you can't do that. Yeah, he didn't give up on it. It ended up being like just a really awesome experience. I just have to go over a few little... That's right. Cause I won't ever back down till I'm 6 feet under, ready to face. All right. Have you noticed them, Joel?
No.
Oh, he hasn't even noticed them. Check these out. See that? Sorry. Dirty it up through the wah pedal. I think it's definitely something I could use. It's pretty mad, eh?
Yeah.
Might be worth having a little play at the gigs. When gigs happen. I don't know, let me know what you think. Yeah! I was dreaming of the past. I didn't want to hurt you, no. No, I didn't, baby. You see, I'm a jealous guy. Jealous guy. Oh, I'm so jealous. Yes, I am. Yeah, yeah. Give me a big C. Nice solo. And people have ever known someone who lives only for themselves. Your best friend, I got to quit our love. You can give it, but you just can't take it. You can give it, but you just can't take it. Before you know it, everybody's gone. You just can't take it. You can give it, but you just can't take it. Oh, yeah. You can give it, but you just can't take it. Because you know that everybody's gone. Tasty little bits in there. A couple of strange ideas, taking it some new places. Just like a real gig. You've only got 5 hours to catch up on. Once you finish these 5 hours, you can rewind back and watch the other 5 hours. How's it going?
Good. Yeah, just sunny Queensland.
I don't know if it's sunny. I don't know if it's rainy. I don't know if it's. I haven't seen the outside world for 6. Well, actually, I got here at like bloody 7 in the morning. So
Waiting
yeah.
for the almighty Parramatta Eels to win the comp.
How's Michael Jennings going, mate?
Not very good.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. So you're at a gig at the moment, are you?
We're playing with Russell Morris tonight. We got 2 shows in Bribey Island. Double show day. Because of the reduced capacity, they sold 2 shows instead of 1. So yeah.
It's the new norm, 10-hour live streams. I'm going to be disappointed. Any live stream I see that doesn't go for 10 hours now, I'm going to be like, lame.
Memorable Lachy Doley gigs? What would be the one that hits your mind?
Almost getting to a fight with the owner in Madrid.
Okay.
Who thought we were a jazz band. 2016 Blues on Broadbeach was a real memorable gig because it really was at the kind of start of my journey with the Lachy Doley group. All the times we played at Boss Pop.
This set, is there one you really look forward to playing, or one that really tickles your pickle, or it's the whole set?
Well, I love a cheeky little shuffle.
Hey Lachy, what are we doing? I think I'm going to do a cheeky little shuffle. No!
My favourite to play would have to be Frankly My Dear. Is always a vibe. I'm looking forward to playing Booted Shot the way we've done it. Far into your stream, are you?
Got another 3.5 hours to go.
I've been replaced.
Have a great gig. Yeah, we'll talk to you soon.
I will chat to you soon.
There he is. That would be seriously impressive if anyone has managed to listen to all of this. It's a bit of a chance for you guys to get to know me a little, and Joel and Kieran and Jackie as well. A little bit of us behind the just the video clips and all the crazy music. I mean, we released some footage of us playing it in the studio in December, and that kind of just went nuts. It's a small clip of me playing it on the Whammy Clav and shared around the guitar player world, and they kind of hated it. Some of them did anyway. Some of them with such passion hated it. But that's cool. And then a lot of people really appreciated it and thought it was, thought it was cool. It's a great instrument. The amount of feel I can get out of the Whammy Clav, even if some people have got a slight resentment towards it, which is a shame. Honestly, the feel I can get out of the Clav is just so fulfilling for me, and it's just so, I feel like I can really express myself musically really well. And, I'm so glad that we did it, because it absolutely rocks, and Jackie and Joel played the absolute shit out of it, and basically the only way that an independent artist like I can do that. And in they go. All right. You mean just only the email?
The email address.
So you might be.
So we'll read half of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you might be Rocket69 or something.
Correct. Yeah. You could be Drawbar82. Or...
Yeah. Nice. Cameron. That's 5 CDs and a DVD coming to you, and also this little sucker. Remember to go to the bridge, which I forgot yesterday.
I'm like, there's a bridge?
Four. Might think I might just a mistake for someone who gives kids hiss. Whoa, let's hold up a second. Hey Kieran, I think you just unmuted the
GoPro, I did.
Yeah, we need that muted. Four. Well, so frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. Oh, I don't give a damn. Ooh, I make it funky now. Hey, Joel, why don't you play a little? Now you come crawling back with your tail between your legs. Got me some new shoes, baby. Oh no! Got me a brand new haircut. So tell me why. Oh Lord, tell me why. I give a damn. Husband business, husband duties to attend to.
I do.
Why is that, Joe?
I just do. Because I'm going to be a dad
He's going to be a dad.
in a month. In 4 weeks' time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I reckon Joel is going to be a supreme dad. He plays bass, plays basketball.
The bass lessons start in February.
Wishes Joel congratulations. And yeah, and Ian says, hey mate, that's what happens when you can't tour.
Nice one.
Very good, Ian.
This is the classic C3 shape. This one's a 1957, and you can tell that because of these quadrifoils here. And a lot of people think it's an A100 because A100s, there was one era of A100s that used this shape. But A100s have speakers, their own speakers and stuff. And this one doesn't do that. This is just it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same as a B3, sorry, except just a different cabinet, but the insides are the same. It holds up amazingly. Apart from this sort of problem that happens every now and again, this weird cipher, which I know how to fix. It's to do with this F sharp at the moment. If I hit the keys down too fast, it clips this into this weird cipher. So at some stage I hit this F sharp too fast. As far as modifications go, there isn't really all that much to tell. What I've got changed here is this here. I think I remember Jeff saying it's a maybe a rectifier or something weird like that, but it has nothing to do with the sound. I think it regulates something else. So that used to be a valve, and now it's replaced with this funky little thing, which is just a whole lot more stable, apparently. It's all wax caps, all the yellow caps, and they've never ever been replaced. And I can't imagine I ever will. That is a big part of the sound I get. A big part of the sound is like, because it's not quite so bright, it means that when I overdrive it, it doesn't get nasty and kind of shrilly and it gets brighter, you know, because the more distortion you add, the brighter it gets. And it's just that perfect kind of, I don't know, it's that perfect amount. So, you know, as they deteriorate more, potentially, maybe it will go too far at one point, but I think I'll always be trying to source wax caps and trying to get them roughly around that same sort of value that they're at. Now this is a recent addition. This is a frequency conditioner, I suppose. Power conditioner. It says frequency converter, but it's not actually converting the frequency because it's going from 50 hertz to 50 hertz. The problem is, so many times is on stages, you know, in festivals and stuff, they'll have a generator, and if the motor isn't turning at the exact right speed, correct speed, the whole thing goes out of tune. And that's dependent on the frequency of the power. And when you get generators, the frequencies, it's not one of the most important things to get, you know, exactly right. You know, most things will work just fine if the frequency is a little bit off. But when it comes to the Hammond organ, it's a disaster because it'll go up in pitch or down in pitch. This is just there to keep that at constant 50, because I don't have to worry about wavering during the gig or turning up to a festival and it's out of tune, and then I have to go get the digital one out of the van, or having to try and deal with the tuning, you know, maybe tune the other instruments up a little bit or something like that, or it's just epic headache. So the other little thing I've added is this little Trek 2 line out box. This essentially just takes the signal and lets me grab it out of a guitar jack. It's very simple. It's just attached to the outputs here. One's the signal, one's the earth. It's here, and it's basically just got a potentiometer on there, just a volume knob, just to bring down the level to where you need it, because you know, it's running very hot out of the preamp. Basically, like you can't really plug it into an amplifier that hot, because it'll just be instant distortion and potentially do your amp a bit of damage too. And if you want to run that into any kind of distortion pedal or any kind of effects pedal, you're going to have to bring that volume down too, because it's just going to totally freak it out. And then this from here, so I don't have a Leslie kit in here at all, so it comes out of here. Now this is one of the best things I ever bought. So this is my Trek 2 UC1A. So basically I go into the low input there, which actually has higher gain. So I always find these things confusing, but in this case the lower one has the higher gain. Lowest, you're meant to put a lower signal in there, and I've lowered it a little bit out of the output there, but I think I still run it fairly hot. And then I go into this one which has more gain, and then here's the volume knob for the gain here, and here's just a tone thing. Yeah, I've got the tone all the way up. That's just a high cut. If I wind that back, it just takes the treble off. So that's very useful if I am using some of the recapped or very bright Hammonds. You know, you can wind that down a little bit there, take some of the tops off. But another great thing about it is it's got 4 Leslie outputs, and you can get them custom made too. So you can get whichever Leslies you want them there. So I've got a 147 output, 122 output, and then a 9-pin and 11-pin. So yeah, it's really great. But the thing that makes it just fantastic is the preamp inside of this has got a huge output. Like, it's got a cranking output. So the amount of output that this feeds the Leslie, that's really what, you know, makes the whole thing sound great. I can run my digital Hammond into that Leslie, the same setup, and it sounds pretty bloody good. Like, it's, you know, just being able to give the Leslie that much juice, you know, crank it up and give it that distortion. Now, a lot of people ask me about my BK Butler pedal, which is a tube driver pedal. So for a long time I didn't use my 145 Leslie over there. Oh, and there's Kieran. I didn't really use it, just because it was big. I had a small car and I would carry around my 860. So I used to use the BK Butler pedal a lot with the 860, and for a time with this setup as well, until I realized it was actually hindering my sound with the 145. It's the perfect thing for my solid state Leslie, or any solid state Leslie, because I can get that dirt, and it's got EQ on there too. When I would come out of the organ into the BK Butler pedal, to get the right amount of distortion where it's just breaking up, and I put the output on full of that pedal, it wasn't giving enough signal to this for me to give it what I wanted, you know. That's right, it's the other way around. So the inputs here, this one's got the bias. I'd always have that one on full. So generally it's got clickable knobs, which is cool too. So basically I would have this on 1, maybe 2. That would be it, and then I'd use the EQ accordingly, depending on what Leslie I'd have. And this output would always be on 10, but I usually found that I couldn't quite get enough out of it, you know. I just needed a few more dB out of it if I was to use it with this Leslie. But with the 860, which has got plenty, it's a loud, angry little thing, it was fine, you know. But you did have to watch, because as soon as you took the Butler pedal off, the volume would actually go up, but it wouldn't be dirty anymore. So it was a tricky one to navigate still, but it's an awesome sounding pedal. It's the best thing to have for any solid state Leslie if you're using it with this kind of setup where you can hook up a guitar pedal. That's pretty much the the organ setup there, you know, there's not as much as what people think. Let's go to the Leslie here. So yeah, in this case, I've got it, you know, I've got it at 10. You know, actually normally, I mean, when I go live, it'll just be up there. But I'll wind it back a little bit because we're inside here, just to save everyone's ears a tiny bit. Doesn't make too much of a difference. But this is how I've mic'd it up. Just, you know, 257s at the top. I try and shoot them down the barrel. You know, try and point them right at the middle, like a gunshot, straight into the middle of the Leslie there. And I'll do that on this guy as well. I just vary the distance from time to time. You know, if I want a bit more of a an airy, not so full-on sound, I'll bring them a bit further away, and I'll still have them pointing bam at. I don't have them too far apart. You know, I don't want too much stereo. I don't want it to be too kind of whack, 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 whack. There is the Sennheiser there. You can see that down there, just a reasonable distance away from the Leslie. And yeah, the only thing better than a Leslie is two Leslies. What's that? Apparently we're having some stream issues here. Okay, YouTube's still going. Facebook, they've taken me down. It's saying I'm using content that I don't have permission to use. It's my content. I'll try and go live again. Sorry, YouTubers. I'll alright, I'm just gonna put this down for a second. Oh, deja vu. Switch to camera 2 for the moment. So Facebook just hang on a bit, 1 second. Let's see if that's working now. Oh, that's not working either. Are we back?
Yes, there we go.
Can you see me though?
Yeah, I can see you here.
You can see? Oh, okay, good. We are back. And we're back. Finally. So, yeah, FB just dropped us out for a bit, but I think we're back on. Welcome to the 10-hour live stream. Again, I hope it doesn't mean we have to start again, another 10 hours. No, we've been going for 8 hours. The only cure for the blues is the blue. Let the good times roll. The only cure for the blues is the blues. Oh yeah. Woohoo! Oh, it's been crazy. The amount of people that we've had log on all throughout the day has been really, really wonderful, and all the comments that just keep flooding in. Thank you so much for tuning in and out and in and out. And Jesse James and Frank James, Billy Kid, all the rest. All the people that I meet say he's a gangster of love. I lassoed maybe 5,100 girls, and I kiss them all at the same time. Then the sheriff said, "Hey, you locked the door now," in an extremely bad American accent. All right. Now say yes, sir, Mr. Sheriff. And that's your wife on the back of my home.
Alex is in Mexico. Call out to Alex.
Hey, Alex, how you going?
Yeah. I'm not a beer drinker. I'll drink whiskey. I drink a lot of whiskey if that's the case. Case of whiskey. or a red wine. I am known to stash a good bottle or two of red wine.
What's your go-to red wine at the moment?
A Cab Sav, a Wins Coonawarra Cab Sav.
The various organs that you've
I've sold a couple now. I've sort of made room in my space to put a mixing console in, so I would lay things down on an SSL duality console. We've got
this guy's crazy. He
24 track.
Just bought the most amazing desk. Yeah, what is it? An SSL duality console.
Duality Delta, yes.
So
a super analog, 24 tracks. Console's got a lot of history on it. It's had a lot of Joe Bonamassa records mixed on it, Iron Maiden records, Cold Chisel records, Beth Hart records, you name it. There's a whole bunch of other records mixed on it.
But yeah,
we've got a visitor. Let me in. So someone might be at the door.
Awesome. All right.
Yeah. Hi, how you going?
Hi.
There's some guests.
Hello.
Welcome along to.
I was stuck outside for ages.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been messaging you guys. Let me in.
8.5 hours.
Yeah, we were here from the beginning.
From the beginning?
Oh yeah.
Real fans.
Yeah, stalking outside they
That's
were.
right.
This is Mahalia and Ben. Welcome to
Hello.
Locky's live stream.
Stage door.
I'm here to play drums.
Lockdown. Awesome.
Yeah.
We've got a real band now.
Yeah. Just talking about your gigs before and how every time you do a gig or every time Jimmy does a gig, it just ends up being like 5 or 6 awesomely talented people that just turn up as well and inevitably get on stage, and it's just it's amazing.
I'm pretty lucky. We've got some incredible musicians here, like in Australia, and so many of them are our friends. So it's really it's a bonus.
That's right.
I have to say, I have been enjoying the couple of little shows that we have done, even though they're really small and intimate. I actually haven't minded it. It's been nice to
they're great. They're just
have
different.
that sort of connection. I want to have the whole band all the time, which when you can only sell 50 tickets, you can't really pay 10 people.
Yeah.
Not very much anyway. It's like, it's great to play, but I miss my friends.
Yeah. Totally.
We went to Darwin to do a gig.
Yeah.
And there's no social distancing at all.
Yeah, right.
And so it was like, for all of us, we're like, oh my god, people are touching each other. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're sweating on each other. Oh god.
They're hugging.
Like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was so bizarre. But then when we did the gig, it was just like, it was just the
I
best.
saw the photos. It looked just looked like a normal
We wish you
gig.
could.
Yeah, and it was so weird.
Wow.
Yeah, we were just like, what is going
A
on?
normal
There's
gig
there's
minus
no
you
cases
and
in
minus
Darwin at
Danny.
all. Like none for months,
Months
right?
and months and months.
Yeah.
So
3
we had
months
to
or so.
isolate out of Sydney for 2 weeks, which is why Lachy couldn't join us.
The second verse is a bit different, isn't it?
It
does that kind of thing.
Yeah, to the F to G thing.
Alright, should we
There
just
it
try?
goes. It's in there.
We can do it.
It's in the bank.
It's somewhere in there. Look, if we mess
Hopefully
up,
when the
If I
vocal...
play the chords, I'd yell them
I
out.
remember.
we can just start again.
Start again? That'd be crazy.
Let's keep going.
From dawn till dawn, the years have flown much faster than we know, and still in love we grow. Time has like a baby dove, our love in time, its snowy wings unfold to soar above.
Like a glove.
Beautiful. That was killer. Thank you again. It has been truly epic and a lot of fun, and we'll see you again very soon, no doubt. Won't be another 10 years, that's for sure. But
Might be
we're going to go
another
for the
10 hours.
20-hour stream in another 10 years.
Yeah.